Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. Today's video is a little bit different to the ones that I usually make. I'm not actually going to be creating anything. I want to explain something that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago about ordering from the holiday catalogue. I said that I was going to be buying suites of things, and I didn't realise that I hadn't explained very well, and a lady asked me exactly what I meant. So this video is to try and explain what I meant that day. Now, in the catalogues, you will find that some things are offered singly, and you can buy just a part of a collection of things. Sometimes you can buy two things together and you get a discount. So, for example, if we take this, you can buy the Perfectly Plaid stamp set on its own. You can buy the punch on its own, or you can bundle the two together. It just means you're going to buy the two bits together and you get a discount of 10%. Now, what Stampin' Up! Will also do is put together lots of other products that match with these things, and then they call it a suite. Excuse me, it's really a collection of items that all fit together. And I'd mentioned on one of the videos that I was going to buy suites of things. So it's just a collection of things that all match. And although everything in Stampin' Up! Will go together beautifully, sometimes it's easier to look at the collection that Stampin' Up! Put together and to buy that collection, knowing that you can make everything that they're showing in the catalogue. Everything matches together. The colours are all the same. The ribbon matches the paper, that kind of a thing. So I'm going to take today just to show you which suites I've already bought and which suites I'm making myself, or I'm buying part of the suite and then adding a couple of things. So you can make your own collections. You don't have to just go with what Stampin' Up! Put together. But my things are from the holiday catalogue that I'm showing you today. And I haven't got all of the bundles or all of the collections. This time I've chosen things that go together that I know I love and I will use. So let me show you the first suite or collection that I bought. Let me put this one away. Now this, it came with my order a couple of weeks ago and I have been using it. And it's the Wrapped in Plaid suite. And you get 6x6 papers and you get 48 sheets and there are 12 designs. So you get 4 of each piece. And I'm just going to quickly go over them with you and show you. One side has a gold foiling and the other side doesn't. You can use which side you want, of course. Oh, that's 2 pieces the same. You can use just which pieces you want, whatever works for you. And you'll find that on the bag it always says what the colours are. So it says it's Cherry Cobbler, Night of Navy, Shaded Spruce and Whisper White. So you know if you're making something, you know exactly which ink is going to match. You know exactly which cardstock is going to match. And that's one of the great things about Stampin' Up! They really do put things together well and everything matches. It's not like going to some of the big box stores where you might fall in love with a colour of cardstock, but actually there's no ink that matches it. There's no paper that matches it. And that's one thing that used to frustrate me when I was crafting, and one of the reasons I turned to Stampin' Up! Because I just loved that all of that worry and all of that having to go to different stores and take the paper with me. Could I find a card that matched? That's gone. I just look at the whole collection that Stampin' Up! Do. If it's my colours, I'm going to be buying the whole suite. This paper, I really like this one, because it meant if you didn't want to buy the stamp set, you don't have to. Just buy the punch. This actually punches out. I'm not going to punch, but look, it punches out that image. You don't have to have everything. I'd like everything every time, of course, but you don't have to. Now this is another piece of paper out of this set with the dots on the back. It's the only piece I've got left because I've been designing for my classes with this. I'll show you, I'll just put this one back as well, but I'll show you a couple of bits so you can see what that other piece of paper was left, what it looked like. Okay, so this is the back of that piece. This is the front. And again, it's very, very simple. I've used the punch to cut out the paper. I haven't stamped the tree first. I haven't done, you know, lots of different steps. I just punched straight out of the paper. So I'll pop that bit back. Now there are other things in this suite as well. Let me move those so I can show you. This is the matching ribbon. It's the shaded spruce ribbon. These little bells, the little jingle bells, they're in it as well. And you see how they're the same colour. They're the shaded spruce and the cherry cobbler and the gold. The same as the paper. I have used a little bit of this ribbon. I'll just give you a sneak. I just used it on this cute little gift bag for the handles. But as I said, I'm still designing these things. I haven't got them all done. And this is part of the suite as well. These are the little pizza boxes, the ones that are food safe. And this time we've got them in gold. So I know that, you know, all of these things put together, I wouldn't need anything else. You know, they're all going to match. They're going to give me a great group of items that I can use and think, right, that's all my holiday stuff done. I only need to buy one suite because I can do everything. I can make my tags, I can make my cards, I can make my little 3D gift bags, anything that I want. I could get the whole suite. Now, let me show you one of the other suites that I've got. You've seen me use it on some of the things already. And oh, it's the Brightly Gleaming set. You haven't seen me use these yet because I haven't used them yet. But you did see me use the paper. Remember, I made the little box of cards in the acetate box for my craft fair, but to use as a gift as well. That was this paper. So I didn't use the sentiment from these stamps. I used a different sentiment, but that, you know, that's fine. You can use just whatever you want with all of the suites. But this suite has the paper. It has an embossing folder that looks like hammered metal. It has a ribbon. It has copper adhesive stars. It has foil stars. There are all sorts of things that will go with it, and everything will match. So the ribbon itself is very vanilla, and that's the colour that's in here. It has a gold, not a gold accent, a copper accent on the ribbon, so it matches with these. So I hope you can see how it makes it just easier. You don't have to be worrying about what to buy, what goes with what item. It really does make it easy. Now, one of the sets of things I've got isn't the whole suite. I haven't got everything yet, and it's the Feels Like Frost set. I've bought the paper. Again, it's a 6x6 paper. And I've seen lots and lots of beautiful samples from demonstrators already, where they've taken just a piece of the paper, stamped a sentiment, backed it onto paper, onto coloured card, and that's all. That's all they've done, and it looks stunning. So I will quickly show you this paper. It's all frost images, but it's not all the same colours. I love these, where you can take maybe half a piece to put on your card. I'm really in love with this paper. It's just my type of thing. This piece. I've seen lots and lots of cards that are nothing to do with winter, nothing to do with holiday season at all. They've been used on birthday cards, sympathy cards, get well cards, matched with the Highland Heather, and just beautiful. So don't ever think that one of the packs of paper, it's holiday paper, oh, I won't get it out again till, till November, because they come in for all sorts of things. The other thing I love about this paper, let me show you the backs. Every single back has a foiled silver design. So if you don't want to piece, let's find something that you might not like. You might not think that this is a piece you want to use, but you'd use the back. So I really do think Stampin' Up have outdone themselves this holiday catalogue. I've only been with them not quite 3 years, but this is the nicest sets and suites that I've seen. So I bought this paper. Now, there's a stamp set. I don't have it yet. There are dies. I don't have them yet. I couldn't afford everything all together, so I chose 2 full suites, and knowing that I wanted this as well, I bought what I could at the time, but I can always add to it. I bought this that goes with it, which is the ice stamping glitter, and it's quite big flakes of glitter, so it's almost looking like snow or like frost. I bought the shimmery crystal effects. The Stampin' Up have had the crystal effects before. It's a kind of a glue that dries. It dries clear but shiny, but this one has got, you can't really see, I know, it's got little bits of glitter in it as well, so it's going to be glittery and shiny and frosty. And then this is the ribbon that goes with the paper and with this suite. And this is beautiful. It's the Seaside Spray colour with glitter in. Very, very pretty. And there was something else that I wanted for this set, and I got the snowflakes and the little sequins that are all glittery. It doesn't come with this set per se, but so pretty. And I can see myself using it on this paper. So I am, oh look, I've got little snowflakes all over now. So I am waiting for the stamps and the dies for it. And then I will have the full suite again. And the other one that I'm waiting for is on the front page here. And it's not the ones at the top. I love this little set too. And it is a stamp set and a punch, and you may have already seen other demonstrators use it and giving examples, but I can't wait for my set to come. I love the paper. I love that it's not just what you expect to be a traditional paper. I love the colours in it, this green and red, but it's not holiday green, or it doesn't have to be holiday red. So I'm excited to wait for that. And the other little thing that I've got is this. Let me see, I've got it on the table. So I bought the little mini curvy Keepsake box. I had the big curvy Keepsake die, and I would never get rid of that because I use it all the time for putting little gifts in, putting candies in. And the other one that we have that's retired, it's just a bit bigger than this, and you needed to put it on 2 pieces of cardstock. But this one fits on a 6x6 piece of paper. So you can get 1 out of a 6x6 paper, and you can get 4 out of one of our 12x12 cardstock papers, whatever. The 12x12 card does come in some set colours. It's not in every colour that we have ink for, but there is a variety of 12x12 card. But you can cut it out in the thicker DSP as well. And if you're making treats and you can get 4 from one piece of cardstock or one piece of DSP, that's great value. And this time it also comes with these other little dies. Oh look, I've got a snowflake on there now as well. They're everywhere now. And these will make little tags. There is a stamp set that goes with it if you want to have a stamp set to have little sentiments on here, but they're just the cutest size. And I have already cut this out and measured it. I got 6 Hershey's Kisses in my little box, and I got some of the little packets of like the tiny treat size Skittles and things which would fit in. I'm sure there are loads more things that would fit in. A Ferrero Rocher would fit in. The chocolate lint balls would fit in. Nice little table favour. So I'm enjoying using this one. I've only played with it a couple of times, but I did really like it. I'm glad I bought this. And I think it's going to be one of those things that's very popular because a lot of people still have the larger one, and if you want to buy it, you'll often see it on some of the marketplace on eBay kind of sites, and they go for so much money. So buy it while it's in stock. Buy it while it's new. Don't wait until they've retired and have to pay 3 times the price. Now, what else did I get that I haven't shown you? Yeah. I bought the new Stampin Dimensionals. These are not with any sweets, but I bought them because they were black. And sometimes if I'm making cards that have a pop-up or like a 3D thing, I don't want to see the edges of the white. So I had been using my Stampin' Write marker and trying to colour them in. But to be honest, it's not very good using the pens like that all the time, because you can find that they end up being a little bit sticky from the edges of the Dimensionals. So it works in a pinch, but the fact that we now have black ones is great. And coming up for Halloween, I can see that these will be used a lot. And what I also liked was you get 4 sheets, 2 big and 2 of the mini ones. I'm hoping that they bring that out with the ordinary white Dimensionals as well, because a multi-pack like that where you've got some of each, that would be fantastic. And then the only other thing that I've bought so far is this tags set. And next week, for the monthly global collab group that I belong to, I find that so hard to say, I'm sorry, but that monthly group that I belong to, where we all use the same stamp set the first Wednesday of the month, this is what we're using. So watch out for these. And it's dies and stamps, and it's a very special stamp set, something that I've never seen Stampin' Up do before, and it's going to save you tons of time. And I use this with it. So when I was just playing about yesterday with it and trying to make things, I used this to make a little pumpkin with some of these tags, and I'm sure you can hazard a guess as to which of the tags I used, but you know, they're not a sweet, but they do go together. So Lena, I hope that answers the question that you sent me about what I meant from a sweet and why I would buy a sweet. I would buy it every time just because everything you need is there. You don't have to worry about matching anything at all. Your card, your ribbon, your paper, they all match. The punches and the stamps, they match the paper. You know, it makes it just so much easier. So thank you everybody for watching. Keep watching and keep tuned in to see what I make next week with the tags set. And keep watching to see when I get my little snowman set as well. Okay, if you don't actually have a catalogue and you would like one and you live in Canada, if you don't have a current demonstrator, send me a message and we can make a plan to get you a catalogue as well. Okay, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.